A few nights ago, I was up until like 2 in the morning doom scrolling. I know it's not the best. My ADHD, which I got diagnosed with ADHD like less than a year ago, and now that I'm aware of it, I'm like, okay, that hyperfixation, getting really focused on one specific thing. And so a few nights ago, I was hyperfixating on the concept of storytelling and how to share stories. I was just looking at all these different things, how to create a good hook, how to capture your audience, how to make sure that you are actually connecting with people, because as we know, stories is what makes the world go round. We all tell stories. That is how we connect with each other as humans. And I started to think to myself as I was looking at everything else, I'm like, okay, one person is saying do it this way, the other person is saying do it that way. And then I had the thought, okay, who is the best storyteller of all time? And Jesus popped into my head. I'm like, okay, obviously Jesus is the number one storyteller. We're still telling the stories that he told centuries and centuries ago. And so I rolled over, I grabbed my Bible, which is right next to my bed, and I just opened it up and just looking at even how the outline of some of the Bible stories are, how everything has a headline, which is the visual hooks that we use nowadays. I'm just seeing that there's so many similarities about how we convey stories and things like that today, how Jesus told stories and was able to convey the important messages and principles that he came onto this earth to share. And for me, when I post, I don't want to post without a purpose. I want to post with a purpose and with intention. And so I'm going to go directly to the source. I'm going to look at what Jesus taught and follow his example, because that's what we're called to do. And so as I'm reading, I noticed that a lot of the things that are shared online, whether it's about curiosity loops, information gaps, hooks, all those different things, I'm like, Jesus was the one who did it first. And so after I was getting into my hyperfixation and I was finally coming out of that rabbit hole, that was a thing that I had learned. Jesus is the best storyteller. If I'm going to learn how to post with a purpose, because I have been sharing online for the past few months pretty consistently here, and I'm just noticing different things that are working and what's not working. And I'm just going back to the number one source. Why I'm telling you this is that if you feel like you're not connecting with your audience, you're not connecting with people, look to Jesus first. Look at how he did it. He shares the blueprint. And if you're interested in learning more about what I have been uncovering when it comes to storytelling and telling stories like Jesus, make sure that you follow along, because I'd be more than happy to share any additional tips and things that I've been learning along the way that has been super helpful.